Hi, everyone. It's Melanie Fraser here with the Halton Hills Chamber of Commerce, and we have another new member interview that we're bringing you today. So today I'm here with Eric Roberts, who is with the Business Advisory Group, and we had the pleasure of meeting at a joint chamber event in Oakville, and I was so intrigued by their organization, but I'm going to throw it to you, Eric. Tell us all about what the Business Advisory Group does and who you are.
Okay, well, thank you for the opportunity, Melanie. I appreciate it. We've been around for quite a long time, really about 20 years, although we're all more recent additions to the group. There are 18 of us. We are a not-for-profit. The 18 members, very diverse backgrounds from technology to marketing, business development, finance, accounting, manufacturing, engineering. The rationale for what we do is we really want to just help. All of us had a lot of help during our careers. You know, you learn along the way, but it's critical to have people to give you information to help us, kind of like mentors. One of the common elements with all of us is that we've either owned or operated or invested in small to mid-sized businesses. So that's really what we do. We are members of a number of chambers of commerce and a number of small business enterprise centers, Mississauga, Hamilton, and so on. We also have a relationship with BDC Canada because we don't invest ourselves, but we refer a lot of people to BDC and work with BDC and the clients if funding is required. Now, what we do typically with our clients, at the moment, it's mostly Zoom, although we're starting to do more face-to-face sessions. We organize 3-hour, sometimes 4-hour sessions. We try to use 3 members, sometimes 4, but we try to align the members involved with the client who have an alignment with that business, somebody coming from that business, somebody who knows the business well. For example, if it's a technology business, we use 3 members who have a technology background. Following the meeting, we do a confidential report. Everything is kept completely confidential. We don't, other than the 3 or 4 members involved, there's no discussion with anybody else about any of the specifics discussed. And very often with our clients, they'll come back to us on a regular basis every 3 to 6 months for kind of updates on what's happening. So the particular issue with the meeting may be staffing, it could be financing, it could be a number of different issues, but within 3 to 6 months, that issue may be resolved, but there's something else that surfaces. So I would say at least a third of our clients, and that number is growing, want to work with us on a regular basis. So that's a little bit about who we are. We cover the complete GTA. We're getting requests from outside the GTA, but we try to more or less specialize in the greater Toronto area.
So if I'm understanding correctly, Eric, so let's say a company is maybe facing some growth challenges or some business challenges. So they would come to you with that question, and then you would put together a team, look at their business model, and then give some recommendations and counseling on how they can solve that problem.
Absolutely, Melanie. We ask for some information up front, which again is kept confidential. To be able to prepare, we typically put more time into preparation than the actual meetings themselves, because there's no point wasting the first half hour or even hour of a session asking very basic questions about what's really going on and what the client is really looking for. But even during the meetings themselves, we spend a lot of time listening, essentially, asking questions and listening to make sure we're really clear what is going on and what is necessary, what is really being requested. Most of the requests, all of the requests in the end go through our website, which is smallbusinessadvisory.com. But a lot of it comes from referrals and word of mouth as well, because we've been active for quite some time and people just find out about us because we're a not-for-profit. In many cases, it's a choice between ourselves or professional consultants who tend to be somewhat expensive. So sometimes the origin is a function of cost, but ultimately the client wants folks who have experience in their space to really help them out. And that's what we're all about. And we're getting busier and busier. We enjoy it. We're very, very happy to be involved now with the Halton Hills Chamber because it sounds as though there's a need for folks like ourselves to help out.
Yeah, it's interesting. When we met at that event, I just thought, wow, what a great service that we can refer people to you because, business is not easy. And we often say that, being in business by yourself can be a little lonely, even if you've got a big team around you. So it's nice to be able to consult with people that have been down that same road and can let you know if you're on the right track or if you need to change course a little bit. So I loved your business model. Now talk to me a little bit about, I know you don't want to give away all the secrets, but generally what kind of cost can people anticipate? Because people often don't pick up the phone until they have an idea if they can afford it.
Thank you for asking that question. I should have mentioned it before. None of us are paid, obviously, but we have to charge $150 for the complete relationship because we need to upkeep our website and also we have insurance, obviously. So it's a $150 charge only for the session and any follow-up questions after the report we send. Very often, because the report is a consensus response to the meeting that all of the members get involved in, but there's usually questions that surface as a result of the report, and obviously we don't charge for that. So there's usually an ongoing relationship post the meeting, but it's only a charge of $150.
That's amazing. Kudos to you for offering your expertise, especially in these times. It's some uncertain times ahead. So give me an example. So what is your background? Just so people have an example of what kind of expertise they'll be tapping into.
My background is originally, at the very beginning, I was a teacher. I received my permanent teaching certificate, but our family had a business and they needed help. And so I started working with them in the summers and then realized that I really loved business, went back to school, got a commerce degree. And I ended up, when my dad and his brothers shut the business down, I ended up at General Electric for a very long period of time, really 18, 19 years. And then Sanyo Electric as a vice president. My core expertise is more on the marketing business development side, although I certainly understand the numbers. I did also run a small appliance company for about 4 years because I also speak French. It happened to be a French company from France. That was a good experience as well. So that's the bulk of my experience. The last few years, I worked on a contract basis, helping companies, particularly on the front end of their business, marketing, business development, and profitably growing businesses.
Great. Yeah, and I know the couple of business group members that I've met, everyone seems to have a great wealth of knowledge and different skill sets that they bring to the table.
It's very helpful that we have such a diverse group because you're better able to align, like I said before, clients with folks who really have an understanding of the kind of space, the kind of business that the client is in. So we're very fortunate that way. We're adding some members because we're getting too busy, but we try to keep it as diverse as possible.
Yeah, I love it. So I encourage every single Halton Hills Chamber member that is watching this today that literally, I mean, it's less than a Costco visit. It's $150 and you get to tap into some great expertise. So definitely reach out to Eric and his team at the Business Advisory Group. Eric, we'll put all your contact information in the captions that are on the video. But I know that we're hoping to see you out at some networking groups, and I'm sure I'll be referring some people to you. I think it's a great concept.
Yeah, we'd love to come, and if you'd like us to, we could give a very, very brief 1-minute overview of who we are, just so people are aware of who are these characters in the room that we haven't met before.
Yeah, I love it. I think it'll be great. Thank you so much for your time today, and we really look forward to working with you in the future.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.